Hey everyone, I hope everyone is doing well. So this week we announced new workflows in Copilot Studio. So I wanted to uh, give a quick overview and also show some of the use cases that would be possible using the new workflow functionality. So if you have not seen it in Copilot Studio, if you click on flows, you should see this new workflow button. You also still have ability to create the agent flows, but new workflows are going to provide to you more capability when you are designing standalone agentic process automation. So let me give you an example here. So this is the one I just created. So here you can see this interface is very similar to some of the other AI platforms. If you have used things like Anyten or other AI platforms, which allow you to create low code AI automations. So this interface is very similar to platforms like Anyten. So here on the left, you can see we have all the uh, actions that we can add to our workflow. We can collapse this, and then we can orient the workflow either horizontally, so going from left to right, or you can click over here if you prefer the traditional top to bottom approach. So this is going from top to bottom. If you are working on a large workflow, it just makes it easier to have it aligned horizontally like this. Um, so let's look at this example. So this is what I have created. It's headless AI agent. So what I'm going to show you is how you can use the new workflow functionality to create a multi-agent kind of interface. So you can create a workflow that allows you to connect to multiple agents. So here you can see, just like any other workflow, I have added a trigger. So my trigger in this case is when a HTTP request is received. The reason I'm doing this is I want to expose this workflow as a endpoint that can be consumed by other applications. So that's going to be the trigger for my workflow. I just have this compose action so that I can take the question out from the request body, and then I use a classify action. So this is a new action that's available in the workflow. What this allows me to do is basically look at the question, look at the incoming question, and then classify in one of these categories. So if it's Power Platform related, or if it's HR policy related, if I have a joke agent, if it's research related, or if I want the agent to send me an email. So these are different classifications that I have. And it looks at the incoming question and it will categorize into one of these buckets here. Next, you can see based on how it classifies, what I've done is I have added a agent node. So you can see these are all the nodes that are available here. So we have agent node, and what this agent node allows you to do is either you can create your new agent right from here or connect to any of the existing Copilot Studio agents. So all your Copilot Studio agents can be seen here. So I chose the Power Platform agent, and then I'm just passing the question so that it can answer that question. So this is an existing agent that I had already created in Copilot Studio, and I'm passing the question. I'll get the response. Once I get the response, I send it back to the API call as a response. So that's the first scenario. The If the question is related to HR policy or Outlook or my calendar, then I'm using this M365 Copilot. Again, this is a new action that's only available in the workflow. What this allows me to do is I can access M365 Copilot here. You can also connect to specific agent, and that's what I want to show you here. But right now I'm just passing this to standard M365 Copilot agent, and then I capture the response and then send it back to the API. Same way, I have a prompt. This prompt basically is telling a joke. So if the user is requesting a joke, it's going to send to this prompt. You can see I'm using GPT-4, and I'm passing this as the input, and then I'll get the response and send it back to the API. The reason I'm showing different flows is because you can see on each of this path, I'm using different nodes that are new in this workflow. So we have agent, M365 Copilot, we have prompt on this one. So if the question is related to doing some research work, then I'm using the M365. But in this case, I'm choosing researcher agent, which is more suitable for research kind of analysis. So that's the reason I added that. We saw the prompt. So in this case, what I'm doing is when user is asking me to send an email, I'm checking to see if user has provided an email and extracting the email out using a prompt. If the email is there, then I'm uh, sending the email to the provided email address. If not, I'm asking the user to provide valid email. So this is where we can use the if else condition. And lastly, if I cannot help, or if the question is not classified and falls in the other bucket, I'm just responding back saying I can't help you with that. So that's the flow that I have created in the new workflow experience. You can also add notes here. So you can see uh, there's a note tab here. So I can just drag it. You can write your note. You can change the color of your note. But this is very handy, especially if multiple people are working on the workflows and you need to document the functionality. You can use the notes here. So that's how you can create the workflow. Now I'll show you how this works. So what I did was I have created a custom canvas. So this is a custom canvas on my local machine, and what it's doing is it's asking user to type their questions or message here. So you can basically interact with this agent, and it's using that workflow to get the responses. So for example, I can say, what is the pricing for Power Apps? So when I send this question, uh, you can see what happens here is if I go to activity, you can see it's triggering my flow, and then it's detecting the question as related to Power Platform. It's going to my Power Platform agent, and now it's waiting for the agent to respond, and then it's going to get me the response and show it on my UI. So let's just wait for it to complete. And you can see it's already completed. I think there's some lag there, but you can see it's able to get me the pricing. If I go back and maybe check, it's now completed. So here you can see it was able to get me the response, and then it's showing here. Same way I can ask, can you show me meetings for tomorrow based on my calendar? In this case, I'm asking it to get me all the meetings that I have for tomorrow based on my calendar. And again, if we go back to our flow and I check the activity, in this case, you can see it's going to classify this as Outlook or calendar related. Let's see if I got the response. So here you can see it found 4 meetings. So just to show you, there is some lag that I'm seeing. So you can see now it's saying it's completed. It went to the M365 Copilot agent here and then provided the response. And you can see it's bought all the meetings I have on my calendar. And to confirm, I can go here and check on my calendar. If I go to calendar and tomorrow, so these are the 4 meetings that I have, and that's what it's showing here. Same way I can say, can you tell me a dad joke uh, about New York City? So let's see. This is, you can see it already responded. It's why did the tomato turn red in New York City? Because it saw the bag apple. That is a dad joke. So you can see now how you can use the new workflow. So in this case, I have a single workflow that's connecting to multiple agents. And you can then expose the workflow to other applications. So this is a great way of designing your multi-agent scenarios, or if you want AI automations that can be leveraged by other systems. The new workflow just makes it very easy to uh, design and then also test it using the activity pane here. So you can see in real time all these sessions that have been completed. You can also use zoom in, zoom out, just so that you get a better view of your workflow. So that's what I wanted to show as part of this demo. If you have any questions, do let me know, and I'll be happy to answer any questions you might have. Thanks for watching.